Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here. Are you ready for the curls and the scoop? And I have juicy scoop today. I do. I know you're saying, is there such a thing as juicy scoop? There is. And I've got it. Let's get a hug. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. And let's talk about Jermaine Jackson. He is not happy that a woman has accused him of rape, something that she says happened in the 80s. Jermaine is talking and Jermaine is responding. He feels this woman did this deliberately to coincide with his son Jafar being Michael Jackson, the whole Michael Jackson movie rollout. He claims she did this deliberately. Jermaine says if they would just set aside the judgment, because they said Jermaine was ignoring this, and he got fined $6.5 million. Jermaine says if the judgment is set aside, he will prepare to respond to these accusations. Now, in the past, Jermaine was like, I don't know about no lawsuit. I don't spell my name Jackson with S-O-N. It's S-U-N. Then y'all ain't sent to the right name because my new legal name is my Muslim name, Muhammad Abdul Aziz Sharif. So there's a lot. But basically they said that Jermaine spent all of these years ignoring this, and now the chickens have come home to roost. He says that this was supposed to be a great moment for him and his family and the whole family situation. Jafar is one of his children by the same woman who had 2 kids by Randy. Randy wasn't paying child support, wasn't doing nothing, so Jermaine swoops in, marries her, and has 3 kids. Flash forward, Jermaine is tired of her. I'm divorcing you, but here's the kicker. She was already married to someone that she met before Randy. So they had the marriage annulled, but this woman, by now, she got 5 Jackson kids. She refused to move out of Catherine Jackson's house. And she refused to leave. She says, your son's ain't even giving me child support, and I'm not going anywhere. So that whole thing is messy and tricky and everything. But Jermaine is not happy. We've been talking about the death of Clive Davis all week long. And you're going to hear industry stories, people he did not get along with, people who did not, that he did not get along with. India Irie says that industry politics ruined her career. We're going to take you back to 2002. She and Alicia Keys debuted their projects at the same time. Clive Davis was the force behind Alicia Keys. This was his new project, his new baby. Every award that India Irie went up against, she lost, including the Grammy Award for Best New Artist. So it was a mess, and she says that industry politics ruined her career, and she says, I won't go into detail anymore, but you'll hear more stories about Clive Davis, and I'm sure that we will. Now, you bring up Clive Davis, who discovered Whitney Houston. A lot of people talking about Whitney, including Oprah Winfrey, who came forward to say that she interviewed Whitney on the set of the show, and Whitney was high and fell. But she told people, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Don't mention it. Which I found hard to believe because there's always going to be somebody. Everybody ain't keeping a secret. Somebody going to talk about it. Well, Pat Houston has responded. She wants Oprah to shut up. She said, this is a lie. This isn't true. Go around telling this story. Pat Houston is in charge of the Houston estate, so she wasn't trying to hear it. So she has Pat Houston wants her to shut up. Get well to singer Darryl Hall of Hall & Oates fame. The 79-year-old legendary singer recently underwent a kidney transplant. Yeah. He had kidney surgery 2 weeks ago. He says he's doing much better. When you think of Hall & Oates, Maneater, I can't go for that. Sarah Smiles, she's gone. Oh, they had some hits. But Darryl Hall and John Oates, they don't get along. No, they ain't never getting back together. Apparently, John Oates, this is according to Darryl Hall, he says that John Oates was trying to sell a portion of the band, the name, the royalties, the trademarks, the license without his permission. So for those who are saying, how come Hall and Oates ain't getting back together? That's why Hall and Oates ain't getting back together. But Darryl Hall, get well soon. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, they want to see a Prince movie made. They're looking at that success with the Michael movie, and that's it. They should do a movie on Prince. Now, the Purple Rain, if you remember this, was like a thinly veiled version of Prince's life. And it'll be interesting if this happens because Jam and Lewis was famously fired by Prince, and Jam and Lewis wouldn't be who they are if they had not gotten fired. See, sometimes that firing was the best thing that could have ever happened because they went on to create the Minneapolis Sound in their work with Janet and the SOS Band and Human League and various other groups. Various other groups. It would have never happened. But Jam and Lewis says there should be a Prince movie. Your thoughts? The Obamas are gracing the cover of People magazine. Michelle and Barack talking about their love, relationship, life after the White House. BET Awards are on Sunday, and new performers have been added. Erica Campbell, George Clinton, Leandra Johnson, the gospel sensation, the singer Ray, Nas, Duran Bernard, Ari Lennox, already confirmed to perform. Jill Scott, Thames, Queen Latifah, T.I., French Montana. That show's going to be loaded with musical stars. Sunday night, BET, Paramount Plus, and CBS. Drewski, the internet sensation, is going to be hosting, and the big honors are going to Lauryn Hill and Tiana Taylor. I think I covered everything. Sometimes more days are just juicier than others. But thanks so much for joining us. It's Curls, it's Scoop, it's Wisdom. It's like, really? And this was one of those. I'm Patty Jackson. Subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video and leave your comments because Auntie listens and reads them and responds. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.